Hello. I had a breakfast sandwich this morning, and then stuff happened. So what's up? We found a Mayan city, like an old one, like a very old one that we didn't know existed before. In the jungles of Mexico, they discovered a old Mayan ruin, and it's big. It's really big. It's like an entire city footprint, and it even had a sports complex. It is believed that this city was pretty significant, possibly a massive cultural site, and it was probably at its peak around like 250 to 1000 AD. Apparently, the Mayans had a game that involved like throwing a rubber ball back and forth to each other by hand. Sounds kind of dope. Let's go play it. We got lacrosse people out here using like rackets and what. Like, come on, use your hands. The dark Amazon rises into a lawsuit. The FTC is suing Amazon for using dark UI patterns to trick people into getting Prime, and then also making it really hard to cancel Prime. Dark patterns are a concept in app development that you use nasty user interface tricks to just sort of nudge people towards decisions they wouldn't have otherwise made. It's like when you're looking for the X button on a pop-up ad, and it's super tiny and so small that you accidentally click the ad. Or perhaps if you design an app with an infinite scrolling feed of dopamine delivering videos. Anyway, basically every major app does this because the line between good user experience and tricky user experience is pretty blurry. When you're rewarded for making metrics go up, anything goes. If the FTC can land these charges, that'll be pretty significant precedent, and it'll be interesting to see what kind of cascades from there. Here's a dark pattern for you. I'm gonna pay you a bunch of money if you stick by me. And then I don't do that. I'm Elon Musk. A class action lawsuit has been filed against Twitter on behalf of the employees. After Musk bought Twitter, he promised them a big bonus, and they were like, okay, I guess I'll stay for the bonus, and then that bonus didn't happen. Shocker. Elon Musk not paying people. I've never heard of that before. Bonus financial thing for Twitter. The new CEO had to step in and wipe Elon's proverbial ass, and she has since repaired relationships with Google and reestablished payments for Google Cloud. A few episodes back, I talked about how Elon got all butt mad at Google and was like, I'm gonna stop paying my Google Cloud bill. Yeah, that didn't pan out. With any luck, Elon will develop a hyperfixation for the Titanic. Hunter Biden is pleading guilty to federal tax charges. The son of the sitting president has entered a plea deal, basically taking down whatever charges the state has been trying to go after him for, down to these 2 federal tax charges and 1 gun charge that's probably gonna get waived. Hunter Biden has been the target of conservative-led scrutiny for quite some time now, ever since the whole laptop thing. A lot of it hasn't really come to fruition. It's mostly just trying to find some dirt on Biden. But I mean, ultimately, the dude did do crimes. What if we held people accountable? On this day in 1961, the Antarctic Treaty System went into place. The Antarctic Treaty System is basically a bunch of international agreements saying, hey, no one gets Antarctica. No, stop it. Of course, the U.S. was looking at Antarctica and was like, hey, yo, I want that land, though. And the Soviet Union was also looking at Antarctica, and they were like, ooh, that's some land. And then everybody else was also kind of like, hey, imperialism? But then ultimately everybody else was just like, actually, this kind of sucks. Let's just make it for science. And so now there's a science treaty and they're doing science there. And some places still can hold claims. It's complicated. Everybody has a different opinion on what actually is signed. But largely it's just cold and penguins. Lightning round. 3M is settling a lawsuit over forever chemicals, paying out $10.3 billion. Hundreds of thousands of Americans between Oklahoma and Louisiana and several other states have been without power for nearly a week after massive storms last weekend. We have confirmation that the submersible with the billionaires on board imploded, and the Navy also is now saying that they kind of knew about that several days ago. It is likely that that information didn't come out because it was using a top secret detection system that they probably would rather us not know about. The cost of Microsoft's Game Pass subscription is going up soon. That's going to keep happening. Don't be surprised. They rolled out a product at an impossibly good value, and they're going to slowly increase the price until you're paying more for games and didn't even realize it. Amidst all this AI bluster, the Senate is now rolling out a new framework for making AI legislation. I don't have high hopes. Lauren Boebert is going to force an impeachment vote against Biden on the House floor, and they can't stop her, but they're probably just gonna table it instead of voting on it. Elon Musk has declared the term cisgender to be a slur on Twitter because his fifis got hurt. And finally for today, Abigail Thorne, the awesome person behind PhilosophyTube, has landed a role on a new upcoming Star Wars show on Disney+. She's a professional actress, so this is not super surprising, but that's dope. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode of Stuff Keeps Happening. Head to stuffkeepshappening.online for sources, bonus content, and a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to give me your email address. My name is Endeavorance. I am off on Monday. I'll be back on Wednesday. Take care and be well.